Made In Chafford Podcast, episode 46.
Miggity, Mike, check.
What it do, baby? All right, boys, introduce yourself.
Cole Sanusi, the one and only.
You already know. You know what time it is. Eman, you there?
It's me, bro. It's me, innit? It's me.
Energy. I feel that. G45 in the building. I'm Demi, as always. So I guess just getting into it. Struggled to come up with topics a bit this week, but you know we'll get into it. Obviously,
We can always talk about how we're doing, though. How you man doing?
How you? You know, we've not asked that question in a while. That's a good question. Not since I don't know. I guess feeling better with the restrictions being eased. There's more you can do. You can get out and about a bit more. You're not as bored, I guess. It feels good. It feels good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, what you been doing to pass the time? You've been out in these streets.
In the streets, yeah. Keeping busy, staying busy, man. You have to. But yeah, that's what you just gotta get out there, man. People, don't be afraid. I actually do kind of be afraid because they're saying the cases are spiking. But I don't know. It's odd that because I guess you kind of expect it with more people out and about, but it's what is the pressure on the NHS, which is their main concern. If the pressure becomes too much, then we'll see a lockdown like what we saw back in March happen again.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. The lockdown in March.
When was it?
I just stayed at yard and went outside. That's it. I mean, I still saw people.
Well, I guess it was lockdown. A very different lockdown to the rest of Europe. Like Spain, they didn't leave their house, and if you left your house, they were hitting you with fines. Like free my guy because he left his house. You know,
Yikes. Yeah.
They weren't playing games. Italy was the same. France was the same. You know, you speak to people from other countries, they say, you man didn't even really have a lockdown. You're still able to go out for your one walk a day, which, you know, let's have it right. Certain people abused and going on 3, 4. So I guess it wasn't a lockdown in traditional sense, but it was a lockdown.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been calm, man. I mean, lockdown is lockdown. I feel like it's just life at this point. But life, like personally, I've been in good spirits. Just been trying to salvage the summer as it is. Like I kind of feel like August, that's it. Like, do you know how summer is usually like 3 months? Corona just said you guys have August, and even still, you might not even have August. Do you know what I mean? That's how I'm treating it in my mind.
Corona's trying to get busy. I'm talking Westbrook triple doubles. Like,
bam, it's not playing no jokes.
Nah, not at all.
That's why I'm personally trying to like make as many plans as I can for the next like 2-3 weeks. Because
if Corona had a gender, it's definitely a woman. Like the way she's going in, yo, ladies, you know I love you, but some of the way she's acting.
The views of Demi Fahimi of Demi and Fahimi.
Exactly.
This is
I'm trying to F around and get us cancelled.
No, it's the good and bad. She's resilient. You know, people thought she was done out here. She said, "Now I'm coming back."
You're digging a bigger hole.
I'm out on this ledge on my own.
On your ones for sure.
Me and Eman are just watching from afar.
Yo, she's resilient. She came back. She spun the block.
I heard that.
So do you think it's over?
Emptying the clip just in case.
Just in case. Us man are like Ricky.
Right.
With our back against it.
Eman, how you doing? How you been? What's new?
What's new? Let's just say I'm over budget. But life is good, man. Life is good.
I hear that. I can see the braids coming through underneath the do-rag.
Yeah, the braids for
clean.
sure. Braids
clean. Hey, yo, tell him.
Shout outs to Amber for that. I'm just wearing a do-rag just because it just feels cozy right now. Hold on, I've got to fix it real quick.
I hear that. Too clean.
There we go.
Man, they look clean, bro.
Yeah, my mom's coming through like Cap. I ain't talking about. I ain't talking about America.
No Steve Rogers.
No Steve. No Steve Rogers is hilarious. No, the cap I'm talking about Nils.
If Captain America was real, would he kneel against the national?
Nah, he wouldn't.
He probably would.
Do you think so?
He would piss everybody off and say, "Yeah, I'm kneeling because this is justice." He probably would.
Nah, Captain America will say, "Not racist, just don't lie."
Actually, no, he wouldn't kneel. He wouldn't kneel. He'll come up with the same excuse. He'll say, "No, you guys are Marxists."
Nah, Captain America's not kneeling, man.
Yeah,
you saw the way he was when he stepped into Wakanda.
Yeah, we'll talk.
So Bucky said, "Yo,
fuck what my bro done." For real. Nah, that's true.
Do you know what? There's like just the way we have banter. There's so many nuances to the Marvel Cinematic Universe that it's just hilarious. Just like, you know, my man Black Panther looking at them like, you man could have done this in Brooklyn, like bringing armies and that here.
Bringing arms out. They took it way left.
2 left. But yeah, now I'm good. I'm happy to see you man doing well, staying healthy. Braids are just as healthy. You already know what time it is.
Health is wealth. Guys, do you think with haircuts, this is a random topic, do you think this is actually a dumb question, maybe it's more geared to Nigerians, but do you think you have a time limit on the certain haircuts you can do?
What do you mean?
For example, you don't see them doing the mohawk thing too tough anymore.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It was a phase where the man them did it and then they've realised, nah, this ain't it.
I guess everything has its phase, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it has its time and it's
it has its time and then it dips, and they come back again. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. It just takes one person to get a mohawk. You know, someone inspires someone, and then we'd go from there. The people who would get mohawks are not even checking for. Like, I feel like Usher would have a mohawk, and I ain't trying to have a U chain. You know,
that still. We ain't trying to have herpes neither.
Ladies and gentlemen, man.
It's something I was thinking about because obviously, like, at some point we'll either lose our hair or, like, I don't know, like, I feel like, our parents, like our dads, have minimum hair, if not like healthy hair. So I feel like there's only a certain time frame where you're young, you can get these haircuts off. You know what I mean?
It's true.
You get what I mean?
No, I know. I know what you mean. No, it's sensible. It's like, you know, some parents will still have. Some African dads, I think some of them will still have dreads. But I think it's more of a cultural thing. I mean, like, what's reasonable?
Yeah, but nothing.
Like, if you're young, you'd go off, have a high top, whatever. You'll go off, you have a Mohican. But it's when you're entering that corporate world, do you think it's a suitable thing to have?
That's where the questions come up. Yeah.
Like with dreads, it's a bit different because some people can say, "Oh, it's my religion."
Yeah.
And they can get away with it. So some people who don't do it for religion, they just do it for a hairstyle. They can just get away with that.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I think it's more if if you need to drop the top, drop it, man. That nothing annoys me more. You know, when man them be hanging on and doing the most, it's like, you know what? If it's time, it's time.
Come through with the Dracula.
Oh God, the McDonald's.
The Dracula shape. The McDonald's shaper.
the golden arches.
Just go turkey, fam. Get that patterned up, fam.
That's not a bad shout, you know. I think that will become the norm.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, it will become the norm because ladies are getting what's this BBLs.
The BBL thing.
BBLs, yeah.
Andros Townsend came back, said, "Yo, I'm a different guy."
For real.
Yeah. So.
Would you mind go with BBL?
Only one person's got it, and it's kind of looked natural, and that was Summer Walker.
What is it exactly? Is it removing the fat from certain areas in your body, such as the stomach, and then putting it in your bum? Is that what
I
it
believe
is?
so. I think so.
Right. Oh, then I don't have an issue with it. Actually, well, I kind of do, because the thing is, like, in your 20s, kind of like cautious about how you look, so on and so forth. And then once you have kids and you go 30, certain trend, I just see women getting from slim to big. So then now, if you have somewhat of a big body, what are you going to look like when you're 40? Do you know what I'm saying? You're not going to, majority of the people are not going to maintain that body. So
it might not even be in fashion at that point, because, you know, back in the day, this shapely figure wasn't even a thing. So
that's true.
It might not even
be. Everything had this day as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, we could be looking at it at this. It might be the thing now, and then, you know, it might not be the case later.
Yeah, exactly.
People are on big bums, big breasts, and then now, with like certain trends, I think people are just getting breast reductions because they don't really want big breasts.
Yeah.
I think it will come a point where some people may just not want a massive bum. They still want bum, of course. That's what I would like to see, but, you know.
Yo, I'm not here for that.
Of course, I know it's there. You get what I'm saying? Like, something I know is going to be there. It's there, and I know it's there. But if it's like, you sit down, you're 2 foot tall, it's like, forget
it.
Yeah, man, it's those Tanzanian chairs, man. That's all I got to say.
Yo, those Tanzanian chairs!
Tanzanian SA be built differently, man. SA women, they walk in. They walk in and got a dumper behind them.
Man said dumper.
Man's told us, dumper truck. I need that.
Boy.
But then sometimes, I mean, if you do go into
it's
like,
preferences, man.
It's not. It's just it's normal, fam. Like, it's normal.
Yeah.
You know, you come back, it's like.
You need to go to the motherland.
No, you need to go to certain ends to come back and see something.
Real talk.
Yo, where did Ludacris go and he's just not coming back anymore? Man saw it for himself. Man went Gambia and said, peace out.
He said, I ain't coming back.
Yeah, he's a city, yeah, for real.
Yeah.
What is he actually? Did he do his research and find out that he is Gambian, or?
I don't think so. I just think he went into Gambia and he just said, "Okay, this is where I want to be from," or maybe it might be his girl.
Probably.
I don't even know how to spell his girl's name.
Mazza.
Yeah. I think she's Gambian.
It wouldn't surprise me.
She led him to the light. We love to see it. Queens doing what queens do, you know what I mean?
For real, dog.
It's that queen energy. Do you know who's a queen? We're just flying from topic to topic, but it don't matter. Get your ish off, Kings. Lisa Monet. Listen, how Zoe, what's his name? My man Kravitz wished Jason Momoa a happy birthday. Are you sick?
What kind of life? She's
yeah.
Out of
Jada
that crop.
needs to take notes.
out of that crop, I think she's the best. I think she's the best. Lisa Bonet. She's.
And then
unreal.
Her offspring is fire as well. Like, what are you talking about?
Unreal.
Watching Catwoman is gonna be an experience.
But the thing is, she's not got. Actually, let's talk about this here, body shaming. Yeah, because this is a deeper topic. Like, she's not got breasts or back. Like, I don't know any name that comes into my mind, but she's still considered a very beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
So what is this about big back and big breast?
She's got an insane face. Like, she's just so naturally pretty, and like it shines through. Like, she'd be the sort of person. What's in it? Janae Aiko has this as well. That, like, yo, you know that guy that was doing up confusion when he saw her and he was asking the question.
The freak.
Yo, they'll do that to you.
Fact.
And she's got neo soul energy. Come on, man, you're in trouble
Get me out of
already.
here.
She's getting them. She's coming with the chakras.
She'll put me in a spliff, bruv. I'm telling you.
For real.
Burn the stage like a candle.
Like just to set the mood a little.
Tell you your star sign in sun and moon, all that shit, bruv. You be finding out stuff you don't even know about yourself, fam.
For real. Should them
That
girls
sounds like judge, man. What are you talking about? That sounds like
Nah, listen, those girls are lovely.
You'd be a Leo moon and a what's it, an Aquarius sun, all that nonsense, bro.
They'll work you out. They'll be like, you get angry in these sort of situations because of this and this, and they'll pattern the whole thing.
Because America's retrograde, bro. What the hell
get with those girls, man? Mercury's in.
I don't even understand.
You know when girls be whipping and they go over a pothole and they're like, oopsie. Someone said, and then they'll blame it on the stars and the way it's aligning.
Blame it on the stars, man. Get out of here, man.
Yo, girls be driving, they be doing that whoopsie thing, man. I'm like, yo. But did you die, though?
But did you die?
Nearly. But now, them women come different. You can't, women like Lisa Bonet, you can't, they're elite. That's what the issue is, Face is so naturally pretty.
Yeah, it's just like there are some people that just the way they look, like their aura and everything else is just something else. So you can't really say that's my type, or you can't really like say, oh, she ain't got them features, she ain't got that features. Like you know what I'm saying? So yeah, body shaming to me is a bit mad. But it's like when you look at her, it's like, yo, she's not got the maddest body parts, but she's definitely.
But it's I don't know. Even then, you would say she does because everything's the way, like in the mindset of things and how we think things should be. Everything is where it should be. Everything's sitting right. Everything's sitting pretty, and it's been doing that for nearly 20 years since she's been in the limelight.
So much so that her current man is wishing her ex-man happy birthday. Nah, there's something going on there.
Nah, there's something in the water, man. There's something in the water. Them men are coming. That's wild. How do you get them to pattern up like that? I'm not wishing Jason Momoa a happy birthday. Get out of town.
Wow, what time?
Two legends, that's two goats. Jason ain't nothing to play with, and nor is Lenny.
It's a fact.
Lenny's so loved. My man does rock music, and we're still like, I'm gonna let him get it off.
For real.
Do you know how cool you have to be to make turn around and die music, and black people still be like, yo, that's my guy.
Oy.
You know what it is? Them two, yeah, they've come together at one point. Yeah.
They've had conversations.
Nah, they didn't have a conversation. Yeah, they just both got a guitar and they started playing music. That's what it is. Because Lenny be there just and then Jason's just like doing it with the ukulele.
That's the name of the episode.
How do you even spell that?
Do you know why that's funny? Because it reminds me of a mom.
Oh, he loves it.
He loves
it, man. That's few jokes.
Like, Mark be playing the guitar like there's nothing there. It's like, dog.
It'll be a random one as well. Just be a random person, like just.
That is funny, so. Do you think women look at men the same? Like women look at men and be like, "Yep, he was in my roster. Yep, he's in my roster." Like on a collection thing.
Yeah, definitely. I just think we're more vocal about it.
Like Kobe, where he's like, 5 rings.
For real. Nah, they must.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that's it? Like that's in my roster. Like that's
look
my
at
type.
Lisa. No, as in like, yeah, I had that.
Oh,
type thing. Because like, if she's looking at her roster is looking kind of mean, fam.
Hey, you know what? We laugh and joke, but Jada got to be doing that.
Roster looking heavy.
Pac and Will. Come on, man. There's so much so Will wants to kill a dead guy. Come on.
So what happened, Jada?
Nah, well, Jada's too clean. All jokes aside.
I think women do it on the low, but they're not vocal about it. Man, them obviously we're gassed. We heard that Future song, My Collection, and we get excited, but I think women do it on the low as well.
You know, even Kim be playing for different teams. Like, Kim's roster is amazing, and people that have her in her roster is also amazing.
Nick Cannon's roster is a mad thing.
Yeah, people don't talk about that, man.
Nick Connor,
even
absolute mad thing.
No, I don't.
Even if you just have Chili alone.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Nah.
I don't think they look at them like that.
Wait. Is Chili from TLC in his roster?
I'm not sure. I won't be surprised.
If she is, that's a different conversation. You've won. Life completed it.
Future's roster? Super. Grandissimo.
Nah. Wait. Future made Black China get a Future tattoo. Future's the king, I swear. How has he got 2 kids not even named after his real name? He's got a child named Hendrix and a child named Future. Come on.
He needs to be stopped.
he needs to be stopped.
Those child support.
No one's name is Navadeus.
Navadeus, fam.
Okay, right. You just mentioned child support. What's the point of child support if you are making a lot of money and then at the same time your husband's making a lot of money? Like, what's the point of child support?
I think
okay. I understand your contribution to the child, but if you're making a lot of money, Sierra, and her husband, what's my man's name?
Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
Russell He's making Wilson. A lot of money.
They're both making a lot of money. What is the point of child support then?
I think it's just because of where it stems from in the statute of it.
And where the child is, I guess you have to pay your way towards the child in some regards. I get what you're saying. It doesn't make sense to me. It makes more sense if like it's some random lady, you know, who needs the support. But I guess Sierra doesn't. In fact, we know Sierra doesn't. But to the point that I think Future was late on a few child support payments. He was like, forget it, man. We don't need it. Like Russell stepped up.
Real.
You know, Russell with the Mbappe treatment. You know what I mean? If I'm the stepdad and my child is showing Mbappe promises, I'm not the stepdad. I'm the dad that stepped up.
Wow.
That picture is so funny, fam. That picture is so funny, bro.
As soon as I see him do one step over at the age of 2, I'm like, yo, get my name on there.
Sign him up.
Did you ever do that?
What? Step up?
Yeah.
Step up, no dancing in the rain.
No dancing in the rain. Would you ever step up? Become a stepdad?
Nah, man. For one day, the kid comes and calls you a cunt, man. Nah. I'm out to fist man up. I'm sorry. I'm out to punch up the you.
Oh, God.
We might have to fight. Like, what?
Mbappe promised. I'm telling you now, man.
I think
he's been linked to Chelsea at 11.
If the kid is young enough, you could get away with it.
You can. Definitely.
But if the kid's like 15...
Nah, we're not to what
and doesn't rate your existence.
It's long. That's a long day at the office, man.
Imagine you come home from work, you make a nice meal. He's eating it and he just chucks his spoon and says, "This is shit."
And you know it slaps.
You want to punch man up, no?
Nah, it just... Yeah, I hear that.
You know what? That might be the reason then. Have you seen a video where the kid takes the hammer and then tries to break the TV?
No.
I'm not laughing because there could be something wrong with the kid. So
that might just be stepdad. He might just say, "Nah, I don't really like you." And I see the TV, I'm not breaking, and then you can get it. So F your TV.
That kid's got poor foresight because I'm not breaking the TV.
We'll talk when we're watching stuff on your phone. That's an L.
iPad coming clean now.
Prime, it's an L.
Nah, he didn't think that one out. He was going crazy as well. But yeah, no, I don't know. It's a tough question. One that I think a lot of men will have put forward to them, but you know,
guys who do it, I respect it. I'll say that much. Like, I think that's
that's a fact.
To do that type of shit.
Yeah, but I do know of individuals who have done it, and I mean, so far it's successful. The kids and the parent themselves they both love each other. So I've seen it being successful. It's just that
several. But I think it just has to be. It's easier, and I think the chances of success are higher the earlier you get in, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and it depends on whether the Donny is about, well, what capacity he is about.
I think the Donny can be about, and it still works. I just think, again, it really boils down to how early you get in. Because once they're past 13 and they can make their own decisions and have their own opinions, it's quiet, man. That's tough. There's not a lot you can do.
That's a fact.
So, yeah, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. But
what are you guys thinking? What topics do we have as far as like shit that's been going on? Is there anything that's actually worth discussing?
I guess might as well get over and done with Wiley and his tweets, which got him out of here.
Mm-hmm.
He went on Sky News about shape up. That is really bugs me, man. What are you doing? But
it's Wiley. What were you expecting?
No, it's the fact that he was complaining and he had no shape up at all. So he's just there looking 10 times more crazy on TV without a shape up.
I expected nothing else. I would have been more surprised if he had a shape up, if I'm honest.
I have a really wild take on him.
What's that?
I think he's fine.
I think he's fine as well. I think him and Kanye West are both fine.
I don't think Kanye is fine.
I don't think Kanye is fine, but I genuinely think Wiley's fine. And what confirmed it to me is when they were talking about the OBE, and man was like, "Take it back."
I've never seen it before in my life. Man, you can have it. That's ill.
Man said, "Take it back." I don't want it.
You can't give that back. That's not funny. Once you got it, you got it.
Nah, funny that I was in tears. I couldn't believe that, man. Nah, I think he's all right. I think so basically, let's give it some context. So essentially, he went onto Twitter and he went on a rant about he was supposedly tweeting anti-Semitic stuff, talking about stuff with Jewish people, the Israelites, all this type of stuff, and also with it portraying into the music industry. And obviously, it led to his manager leaving him getting his account deleted, police rolling up to his yard, just a whole bunch of madness. So, what do you guys think? What's your stance, or what do you take?
Yeah, I think if people are upset by it, and he's a high enough profile figure, I'm not surprised that it's what's happened. I don't really know. I guess you could say that we have a right to be disappointed because people like Tommy Robinson and Katie Hopkins were allowed to spew their nonsense on social media platforms for years before they got their accounts deleted. So I guess that was the most frustrating bit about it. It was just how quickly they were able to get him out of here and get his account gone. But I agree with the decision. I just don't think you can spout that sort of stuff online nowadays without, what happened to him makes sense. Like the fact that his account was deleted, that the repercussions of what he's done. I can't be surprised about it. Like, it makes sense.
Do you think it was done because of just how he truly feels, or do you think, okay, the Nick Cannon thing happened and that gained a lot of attention, and he thought, okay, maybe I can jump on this and give my opinion on it as well?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess he was trying to say he was speaking from his own experiences, which I guess if that is your experience, but I just think you can't generalize and put it on a whole people and be like, that's how everyone in that community is, which I think is the biggest problem. Which was the biggest problem, you know.
Yeah.
In that video, he even said, like, I don't think it's everybody, but like everybody in that community. So everybody in the Jewish community, he was talking about people in the industry who control it essentially, and majority of them, to his experience, are Jewish.
Yeah.
So that's why he was talking about Jewish people and how they control things and how they've manipulated things.
But it's the same thing we experience with culture. It's the same way we experience with Kanye, in that they're both. I think they both got something to say, but they cannot articulate it well.
Yeah, Wiley doesn't mince his words, which kind of leads to why people are really, harsh. I would say harsh, maybe deservedly so, like, cancelling him, if that makes sense. But I think, like, from my perspective, I think he's fine, number one. I actually think he's in control of his marbles, even though he's always been a bit, wild. I personally don't know enough about the Jewish community and Israel and et cetera, et cetera. I just truly don't. I would like somebody to teach me, like, the actual problem, because obviously, stuff with Palestine, everything that's been going on for years, there's a deep history there that I don't actually know in detail. I did read a really good article I'll send to you guys about the music industry and where essentially why these complaints come from. It's got a lot of interesting background on the relationship between Black people and Jewish people. And a lot of the stuff that Wiley said kind of ties into it, which gives his voice some form of credence. But obviously the issue again comes from the fact that if you generalize it to a whole race of people, then your point is lost. It's essentially like when people say stuff about Black people, you're not going to say, oh, all Black people like chicken. We're not a monolith. You can't come out and say a madness like that. So, and he did apologize during that Sky interview at some point saying that. So I think it's what it ties into what you said a week ago, Eman. Like when you decipher what he's saying, there's truth there. However, how it's said is being mad, and how it's being portrayed is being mad. Because if you look at that Sky video, it's madly edited. Like I've never seen a video so madly edited like that before. So I think, again, we shouldn't cancel people crazy like this. But again, Wiley hasn't helped himself at all.
Yeah, I think exactly. That's the problem. And again, I think it goes back. See, like what you said, that article made some sense, and you was able to maybe even form your own opinion based on it. But if you're just spouting, like, thing is, we look at those tweets and he's not really saying, he's got a general idea of what he wants to say, but he's not getting it across. And even me reading them, I'm like, yo, bro, what are you doing? So I think that's it. It's the same issue we have with Kanye, that you can't say the certain things you're saying and then just say it the way you say it, they didn't free the slaves, or we've been slavery is a choice. Like, I get what you're trying. I might be able to understand what you're trying to say, but the way you delivered your message, other people who might, be able to, other people just won't get it, and they'll take it at face value.
But I think Kanye West is sane at the moment.
What makes you say that?
That Harriet Tubman comment was a mistake, and he obviously knows that. And then what do you call this? Where he's complaining about his dad. I think that's just a mental breakdown, but not something to call him mentally ill. Do you know what I'm saying? So everybody, like all of us, we can go through a mental breakdown where quite literally we may sit in the bed and not do nothing because we don't know where to go, what we're going to be doing the next day, because our plans are all messed up. Our purpose is now changed, X, Y, and Z. So we might go through those stages in our lives. But I think at that moment, it was just a realization. It was just like, yo, my dad said he was too busy to take care of me and my mom, X, Y, and Z. So he started crying. He's like, this is this kind of stuff that I do want to change, and I want families to come back together. So there's a father in the household, this, and that. But I think him crying was just his realization and his mental breakdown or mental breakthrough, whatever he wants to call it. But I don't think he's mentally ill at this current moment in time.
No,
because even the doctors, they came to freaking his ranch, and then my man hopped on a quad bike and left. So from that, it must say that my man is not mentally ill. He just had an episode.
But isn't that something isn't that something you'd expect from someone who might not be in the best place? For the doctors to come to your house and then 2 minutes later you're jumping on a quad bike.
No, but they checked everything and they said he's fine. Do you get what I'm saying? So they checked whether he's been sleeping properly. They checked probably if he's been taking some form of medication or no medication. And they're like, you know what? He's okay. He just had an episode of a breakthrough, a mental breakthrough, or mental breakdown, whatever you want to call it. And that's it. Just move on. But the time where he went on stage here and he just said, hey, yo, guys, I'm about to do something that's mad. I'm about to go yard. And then that's it. Like, every days you had to actually check what he was doing and what he was going. Because I think he was going through way too much and he just needed to be checked in the hospital. And just allow him to put him to some form of a rest where he can just
maybe that's why
get back up. Whereas this one is just, as I said before, he just spread himself too thin and he just had a mental breakthrough.
Yeah, I don't think I do disagree, but I do think he does seem to go through, periods where he'll put a lot of pressure on himself, whether it be fashion related, music related, and then, or even trying to run for president, which obviously is ridiculous. It's difficult in of itself. So I think he goes through stages where he puts a lot of pressure on himself, and then when he goes back to to a safer place like the ranch where he can actually relax and actually get away, he calms down, and then the wilding out stops. But then I guess that is a part of bipolar disease. It's massive highs and lows. They feel everything to an oomph. Everything's turned up to 11, as opposed to we might be happy and something might make us ecstatic, but we wouldn't act out the way he does sometimes, and something might make us sad and we wouldn't act out the way that he does. So something's going on there, but still, it's still the same thing we've been saying. We hope he gets the help he needs and deserves. It's just, I think, I don't know, I'm somewhere in the middle, I guess.
Do you think Demi, do you think so you're saying about his meds, do you think these outbreaks happen, roughly around album time, because
he comes off them?
He comes off them, and apparently when he has said before that he doesn't take his meds because they inhibit his creativity. So do you think when he's creating his albums, when he wants to be free thinking, he comes off his meds, which allows him him to be like this? That's one of the theories I think I might subscribe to.
Well, he said that himself. I think when he feels he needs to be at his most creative, he comes off them. I think
if you look at the life of Pablo, he didn't have no mental breakdown, did he?
But I don't think it was as bad as it is now. I don't know.
No, he didn't have a mental breakdown because...
Yeah, but I don't think... I'm trying to think. Like, he was wilding on Twitter, but I don't think it was anywhere near as bad as what we're experiencing now.
Yeah, it must have been saying something at some point. It's been the same.
Well,
that's when he said the thing to Wiz about if it weren't for me, you wouldn't have your son. But I don't think that was a mental breakdown. I think that was Kanye, being Kanye from what we know of him. But what we've seen in the last two albums, I'll say Jesus is King and whatever we might get now, I feel like those have been mental breakdowns.
It just seems to be progressively getting worse by album release. Like the one before, he was under the bridge, just talking about Drake.
Just Drake lives rent free in his house.
Man said he's running around like he's Park, fam.
It's a great line.
Man's running around like he's Park.
It's true. Drake do be running around like he's Park.
So yeah, I don't know. I wish the best for him. Obviously, I feel like I just don't want him to ruin his legacy. And I literally have zero expectations for this album. I feel like it's just
probably for the best.
Yeah, I don't know for him, but Wiley, I think Wiley. I think he'll be fine. Funnily enough, I know people like to jump to conclusions and stuff.
How will his music perform? I think he's got a core fan base that would still listen to him regardless.
Oh yeah,
he's never gonna have another Bosie, I don't think.
He might do. That kind of came out of nowhere to some degree.
Yeah,
I won't put it past him. I just think he's not. It's annoying because the problem with these situations is when Black people do stuff like this in the media.
It undermines the movement.
It makes us all look very mad, and it's jarring. Truthfully, it's very, very jarring. Even if someone might even have good points, do you know what I mean? Which makes it even more jarring. So I don't know what's going to happen to him. I just don't think it's the end of him, if that makes sense. It may look that way, but Wiley will exist in some form.
Well, I think that, that's what I think he's got enough. Wiley's been doing this for nearly 20 years. He's got enough of a core fan base that, no matter what he does or what he drops, they'll listen. So he'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait and see what the future holds.
Have you guys heard about the Mike Tyson fight that's going to happen?
He's going to die, fam.
Mike?
No. Roy Jones Jr., he's going to die, man. It's not even like, I'm not even playing him, bruv. Mike Tyson's been talking about being humble. This is the time. If he really goes full force, he will actually be humbled at that very moment in time. Like, he will realize he is he's a warrior, but he will realize that you just need to humble yourself and just chill. So if he really wanted to have a good fight, he should have just had a fight with Shannon Briggs. Because they're both heavyweights. They both have history. They're roughly the same age. What's my man's age?
They're both in their 50s now, surely. Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr.
So what, you think Mike Tyson's going to lose?
Mike Tyson will not lose, no.
Do you know what
Shannon Briggs is 48. Mike Tyson is 50-something. So
is Mike putting this boy in a spliff?
Yes. Because they're not even the same weight class. Mike Tyson is 54, so Shannon Briggs will have a great advantage. Shannon Briggs has what? I believe the world record for first round knockouts. They're both old. I mean, and Mike Tyson is short. Shannon Briggs is tall. It's gonna be a great fight if both of them fight. But Roy Jones Jr., he's a different weight class. And they're both the same age.
Do you think it's a good idea in general? Because I feel like boxing is one of those sports.
Yeah, you have to be young.
Like mental and physical, it wears down over time. So if you just to get into an intense fight, I'm not sure how many rounds they're going to go or how hard they're going to take it. But is that even a good idea, period? Like, I don't even know.
Mike Tyson's been taking it serious. He's been taking his training very seriously. Even in the sense of even when he was in lockdown, and then my man was just there,
bruv, he looked very, very.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Them pads were screaming.
Yeah. And the thing is, he's still been doing his quick moves just to teach a few people. But when he showed that video on Instagram and everybody's just looking at that video this guy might still have it and he might still be a madman.
Yo, do you know what?
You see his promotions and him just trying to lose weight and him trying to be the better version of himself.
Do you know the punch in Hunger Games and the Hangover that he gives to Don?
Yeah.
That punch was real.
Yeah.
No, swear.
Yeah. Yo.
Wait. That's peak.
And he was fat.
That, yeah.
My man was
Jesus
lost and he was
Christ.
fat. Right now, he's got a
He's
great
lean.
mindset. Like, he's good. He's lean now.
It could be a scary night.
Nah, bro, it's for sure. Roy Jones Jr., yes, he was a fantastic boxer. Yes, he was the best at what he used to do. Keywords, used to, bro. That's it.
And what is your biggest concern the fact that he's not in the that they're both not in the same weight class?
Bro, listen, you should not be fighting anybody in a different weight class, bro.
Yo. AJ versus what's that homeboy? Prince Al Nazim, what was his name?
It's exactly the same thing. What do you expect? Anthony Joshua might lose on points because he keeps getting hit here and there, but as soon as my man hits him with a right, that's it. He's not getting up. He might go in a coma.
Yikes. I hope not.
So with Roy Jones Jr., it's very concerning. Like, people are like, why are you doing this? It's like, I just want to do this because I've always wanted to do this, but at this age, I might as well. It's like, bro, just...
You've got nothing to prove, man.
Real talk. I feel like, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Mike fight again, but I just don't know if this is the right circumstances for it to happen.
Should he have fought someone, I don't know, maybe one of the retired Klitschko's? I think they're both retired, but should he have fought one of them?
I don't think so. I think that's probably worse because their man would still have...
Yeah, Klitschko is still active.
Like that.
Even though Klitschko retired, Vladimir Klitschko, even though Vladimir Klitschko is retired, he even said in the video, I still got it, I just still want to fight. And I think he even signed to the Zone as well to like fight one fight. So I think he's coming next.
So you probably had AJ on the ground showing off his lube, so I hear that.
Yeah.
Some man would do anything to show their lubes.
Real talk.
Blood on my feet.
I've got a good topic, guys.
Go for it.
So speaking of drip, Alex Iwobi, former Arsenal player.
Yeah,
that was weird.
Player. Yeah, he posted a picture of him hopping on a private jet with the drip. As you do, you know, football players have a lot of money. They flaunt it in whatever way they decide to. Massive backlash from the Everton fans who appear to be unhappy about him showing off, even though, you know, certain players are doing the same thing. But they're basically saying he hasn't put in the performances that warrant him posting this type of content. And I just want to know what you guys' opinions are on, number one, footballers posting their wealth, and two, is there a skewed perception of it when it's a black player compared to
has to be,
a white
because Benzema does these videos for fun.
Oh, yeah, Benzema's videos are cool.
Yeah, he'd be having drone shots and stuff.
Benzema's videos
coming like Tennant.
I see. Coming through like real talk. He's looking like Tennant, bro. The new Christopher Nolan, bro. He's the drippiest sort of player of all time. I don't even care.
Yeah, my man said Nolan on the beat, so it's not nice. But it's got to be. Because he hasn't performed all that well, but he's not the first player to show off their wealth. He's still going to get, even if he performs badly, he's still going to get the same wage package. What's he supposed to do? He's let it sit there.
So a man go to a 9 to 5 and perform terribly. Yeah?
And no one complains.
And no one makes a sound.
And you see them on Friday in slugging letters with lubes.
Oh, you know them, man.
Man said slugging letters with lubes.
Yeah, man. Just step in. What's going on, bro?
It's those
Fenchurch Street. If it's not Fenchurch Street, it's South End, fam. You'll see them there.
For real. I'm just a normal boy. I just want to get to know you. Like, I do a bit of trading on the side, but you know, that's just me. You don't have to worry about my trading. I just want to take you to Sheesh. You've never been to Sheesh.
Them man. It's them man for sure.
Them man.
And they've always got their glass and they're just like, there's no music playing. Why are you swaying?
Yo,
I'm just a normal boy, you know. Like I work in the city. Doesn't mean I'm a bad bloke, you know. The blokes in the city have a bad rap. I don't know why.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I do a bit of sniff on the side, yeah, but no, it's
Listen, it's them, man. It's them, man.
The sugar booger.
Sugar booger, fam.
Nah, that's hilarious. Them man are wild. You gotta love them. We all know one.
Oh, it's a fact. We know a couple still.
Mm.
But yeah, I think the criticism is a bit over the top. Like, these Evertonians need to relax, bro. Just because Liverpool won the league, they need to just, you know, relax, take a cup of tea, yeah.
They could be fine, and it weren't. I don't think he had a great season, yeah, but I don't think he should be punished for that.
Absolutely.
You know,
we see this all the time. We see when black people have this type of wealth, and we decide to spend it how we see fit, we get scrutinized for it.
Period.
We're supposed to, you know, hide our wealth. Obviously, it varies from people to people. Some people don't want to show it, and that's perfectly fine as well. But if you want to show it,
we be having fun and they just be trying to ruin it for us, man. He did nothing wrong, in my opinion. I've seen Sancho do the same video. I don't think he got any backlash, albeit Sancho is a better player and in much better form. But I didn't see him get any backlash. So I don't think the criticism he got made sense.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was just excessive.
Yeah, no, for real. That's a fact. What was I going to say? Is there anything? What else is going on?
Feet. Let's talk about some feet.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to take the lead on this one, though.
Feet.
Feet. Feet.
Not like feet. Not feet on the track.
What?
Feet. Feat.
Oh, that was trash.
Eman, please take the lead.
Alright, so boom. Yeah, so basically, what's it? It's feet. I injured my tendons in my knee. Yeah, and pretty much I started looking at like feet. Yeah, just like the study of like feet, how an individual should run. This was time ago. I also looked at like the bone structures of just feet and so on and so forth. And recently, Meg Thee Stallion, you know, her in a situation, of course, she got shot in both feet. So my thing was like, she said on the thing, like, the bones weren't broken. And I really questioned like everything after that. What's funny?
Sorry, that's mad.
What's funny, bro?
No, because I'm agreeing with you. I didn't hear that part. Is that possible? In both feet?
The percentage must be incredibly low.
To be shot in both feet and your bones are fine.
Yeah, Tory has a bad shot, you.
Like it seems a bit mad. Like maybe you got shot in like, I don't know, bro. Like you got shot in your heart. Which it makes me question what really happened. Do you get what I'm saying?
I don't think we'll ever know.
Yeah, I agree. I think Kylie was like.
Yeah, but even if that's the case, I don't see why you wouldn't just come out and say it was Tory. If it was Tory,
maybe she's trying to protect him.
But legally, you can't do that either.
Because he's not in jail.
Do what?
He's not been booked. He's got to come back to a court case. But
even if she doesn't want to raise charges, you shot someone, and you're not from that country either. He's not an American citizen.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Something's happened and we don't know. 100%.
Rihanna and Chris Brown came out the weekend ASAP. No games were played.
The facts. Everything was laid out.
And I don't know if Rihanna pressed charges, but that was Chris's identity was everywhere. The fact I don't know, something's weird that I'm not saying Meg's lying at all. Like there's obviously evidence she went to hospital. She had to have an operation to get the bullet wounds out or the bullet out of her feet. And you can see she's really traumatized by the event.
Yeah, she's definitely traumatized.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But I don't see why maybe we'll never know the circumstances of that night, but I just don't see Tory. If Tory did it, it should be out. I'm not saying I don't need to know that because for gossip reasons, but just how, like, from the general knowledge I have of how court cases or how criminal cases work, that stuff becomes public information very quickly.
I think we don't know because we're not supposed to know. And I think the fact that this case so happens to have a billionaire attached to it means that we won't know the full ins and outs until we are allowed to know the full ins and outs.
Yo, do you think it's Kylie that emptied the clip?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
No, I'm starting to, because I can't. Again, it goes back to what I'm saying. I just don't see how, if it was Tory, how he's not being.
It's hard to tell.
In charge, that's all I know.
Yeah, and I do know there's been some kind of cover up. I think Kylie probably was in charge of letting the police know the situation and letting certain details out, because they control the media to some degree. Like they can control the narrative. So I do think her role in it cannot be understated. Because if she wasn't there, we'd probably know everything. That's my guess. You can't have. She's a billionaire. Like that money, it can buy you certain things that certain people can't be bought. I don't know. That's my theory. I'm glad she's okay though. I'm glad she's all right.
Happily.
I do feel bad about the jokes I let off the other day, so I'm gonna publicly apologize. I do think there might be something else that people don't know that's happened. Yeah,
miracle though. If no bone was broken,
absolutely, and she be twerking. So if we couldn't see that no more, then we'll be sad.
Died. Yeah. Yo. But that's it. We need the big old freak, on full form. What? You know what?
That sounds funny.
Colin's be laughing, but this boy likes to get me in trouble, man.
What did I do?
It was at Vincent's birthday, and you said to some girl, "Yo, big old freak," and
oh my god!
And she didn't see you, and she thought it was me. I said, she just started cussing. I said, yo, it's got nothing to do with me.
I completely forgot about that.
Yo.
And that's mad at a character for somebody like me as well. I must have been off a bean.
Oh, for certain.
I forgot about that. Damn.
Yo, just left me in the no man's land.
Shout outs to her, man.
Lovely young lady. I think that's before she knew it would have been a compliment. Now, she would have said she would have been an A girl. Hey, that's me. Hands in the air. God, get me back out, man. I need that energy, like them man that were doing that, using props at my birthday.
That's a fact.
Eman told us. Remember when we went to? Where was it? It was Hoxton.
Yeah.
Night.
Yeah, man.
And that man were letting it off in the club.
Boy, we've had some funny nights out in London, man.
Wait, what?
You were there.
I was there, but
yeah,
talking about letting it off.
Nah, I'm over exaggerating. But they got into the fight was intense.
They'll get it in over.
That man missed, fam. How can you be missing, fam?
Nah, he hit him with a chair. My man was doing up still.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I remember that one.
I
told you not to go there. I told you not to go there. You were like, no, it's the place.
It's still a good night.
I said, don't go there. You're like, no, it's a spot. Almost two.
I didn't know what the scenes were like, man.
And the feds were not called, which means what? Never go there again.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh yeah, what do you man think about Only You freestyle?
So
Drake and Headie One. Or how hit ladies.
Hey, that's what I've been saying all week. That's all I've been saying all week. Headie One's
ad-libs. Nah, he performed, man.
The Balotelli line finished me, fam. Absolutely finished me.
Yo, he knew. So I love moments like that when the artist knows that the whole world is looking at them. Obviously, you got a feature with Drake, who's probably the biggest artist in the world, and this is your time to shine. And he did not disappoint.
Listen, he went in, man. And I'll be honest, I like Drake's verse too.
I do.
And you know how I feel about Drill Drake. I'm not a fan of Drill Drake, but I think this might have been his best attempt at it, I think.
I agree. And I like the way he switches it up in the second half of his verse where he tries to put on a bit of a grime flow. It's a bit awkward in certain places, but for the most part, I'd say he got it off.
Because people are debating whether or not he was on beat or not.
I guess if it's not your realm, it is quite... I'd imagine it'd be really hard to rap on drill.
No, if it's something that you're not used to. Actually, no. For him, it's not hard.
Yeah, but I'm saying if certain pockets he might struggle, and I can see why people would think he was off beat in certain places. But if drill isn't your forte, which it is not for him, he's a chameleon, so he can do whatever. But if it isn't your forte, you might struggle in certain places. Like there's certain rappers that I never want to hear on the drill beat.
Can't really pull it off, certain man. One thing I'll give him credit for is obviously he's very good at doing different styles, and I feel like I genuinely thought this was our style too far. I genuinely did. I just thought, listen, please stop, please, just stop. But he didn't let us down with this verse. I feel like he actually did well. But then when you hear Headie on it, it just sounds way more comfortable. You know what I mean?
But that is it. But it was, I guess, it was designed. It was meant to do that.
Yeah.
That was the way it was always meant to go. But I think it's a good song. I've had it on repeat. Definitely my favorite song at the moment.
Yeah, man. What do you think of it?
You know what? I wasn't a fan of the first half of his verse. I was very much a fan of the second part.
What, Habiti?
Habiti,
don't make me have to rise my rifle. Man sent young boys with me. Don't make me have to ride by high school. Like it was, and the thing is, it was the pause, and then he said that. It was like, hold on, is this Drake? And like, nah, it was a bit different. Overall, I do like the song. Not gonna lie. It's not a drill song that I probably would go to, but yeah.
Still more bars for Push.
100%.
Them man need to grow up, man.
Nah. War is war, bro.
You got kids.
Both of them have kids. Newborn babies.
Man, hey, Pusha T called this kid Brixx.
yeah, it's Brixx, fam. His name is Brixx.
No.
Yo. Hey, someone arrest him. Brixx.
His name is Brixx, bro.
Yo. That's insane.
Yo, did I have funny that is?
Kanye West named his daughter North.
These celebrities shouldn't be allowed to name their children anymore, man. I'm sure.
Okay, his middle name is Brixx with 2 X's.
Yeah.
Bring out the Brixx truck, man.
Hard as bricks.
Hard as bricks. How are you pushing your own son?
How are you pushing your own son?
That gives a new meaning to pushing the pushchair, man.
Oh gosh.
Oh, you push it. It's funny, man.
I'm pushing Brixx. Nah, he's a madman.
That's hard, you know. That's low-key hard.
To think of that
genius.
As well. Nah, he's a genius.
That's hard.
Yo, no, I respect that.
Hi, my name is Pusha T. This is my son, Pusha Brixx.
Only he could get away with that.
That's a fact.
Listen, if you made grinding, you can do whatever you want, in my opinion.
Oh, real talk.
You know, there's certain people in this life that I think if you do one sick thing, then you can do whatever you want. It's the same way I felt after 2 Chainz said, "Give on she, God bless you."
Gave him an OBE for that, fam.
Yeah.
Or his whole verse on Lamborghini Mercy, on Mercy. So much polo on, I've got horsepower.
That's hard.
I love bad. Not that Pusha T and 2 Chainz is a bad rapper, but I love rappers who, I don't know how to describe the bar because that's actually a really good bar, but there's just something a bit corny about it. But you've got to love it.
This is delivery. Catch up to my campaign. Coupe de color of mayonnaise. I'm drunk at high at the same time. Campaign on an airplane.
For real. Get the bars off, man. Straight spitting.
Cut your girl. Cut your girl. Oh, your girl needs a band-aid. Fam, come on, man.
Yo.
What time to be alive, man?
For real, man. They don't make hip-hop songs like that anymore.
They shouldn't.
Nah, I need that. Bring that energy back, man.
What, punchline after punchline?
I need it. If I need oh god. It's a different game now. I guess, is there any more topics? Is there anything else you might want to discuss?
Not really. I feel like we're pretty much. What things are you guys watching or listening to? Anything to recommend to the people before we go?
Well, I'm about to get into Umbrella Academy season 2.
One like, is it good?
I really enjoyed it. I was able to get through it. I feel like that's kept me entertained. Doom Patrol. I've been trying to get through a few Marvel movies recently, actually. So I was watching Winter Soldier the other day, and I watched Civil War recently. So yeah, that's also been keeping me entertained. And there's some really good movies in the MCU. I know we say it all the time. We discuss it on here quite a lot, but them man have, they've made some really good movies.
Legacy, man. They did their job.
For real, How Bucky was allowed to turn his funeral, still don't make
that. Still don't make fit sense. As well. Boy, get that.
Get him out of here, man. Eman, what about you?
I've been watching Rick and Morty to see what it's about. And, I'm enjoying it at the moment.
It's a very good show.
I think I'm on season 4, so
already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You breeze through.
Yeah, no, I mean it's real interesting. And then I would like to start the Umbrella Academy as well. I'd like to get into that. I finished off Baki. That's how it's spelled. Baki. The anime, and that's really interesting as well. That's funny. Other than that, I haven't really been watching anything else so far. I just want to finish off Rick and Morty and then just continue on my day-to-day stuff. That's it.
I heard that. What have I been doing? I've finished Ghost of Tsushima, the game. So I might just chill with my PlayStation for a bit. Been watching. Do you remember Avatar?
The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix now, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been watching that because I didn't watch it as a kid, and everybody said like it was really good, like growing up watching it. So I've been watching it. It's actually not bad, and it's a quick watch as well. So I've been watching that, and I've gotten back to reading again. So I finished a book recently. It's called The Neighbors Next Door, or something like that. I can't remember the name of it actually, but it was a good book. And I just bought a book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. So I'm gonna read that and see what it's saying. And that's it, really. Yeah, I started Good Girls as well, but that's more like a girlfriend watch thing. Not bad so far. But yeah, I'm gonna start reading again because I just feel like I want to engage my brain in different ways.
Yeah, I hear that.
So
no, it makes sense.
That's me, man. That's me.
Good to see we're enjoying then.
Thanks. Also, shout outs to Annie for dropping a new track and Jay Lowell for dropping his new track as well. Shout out to them too.
Yeah, very talented.
Enjoying the vibes. And shout out to Jennifer as well with the little voice note at the end of Annie's song as well. It was always nice.
Yo, that's mad.
It's cool when stuff like that happens, isn't it? Like, it's weird. Like, I was driving and I just heard a voice. I was like, wait, what the hell's going on?
that would throw you off, man.
Yeah, facts.
All right. Well, I guess that's another one in the books. It was a good one, man. Good conversation.
Yeah, I enjoyed this.
Episode 46 in the top.
Episode 46, hard as bricks.
Pushing bricks. Yeah, I'm just going to push bricks. I'll be back in 10.
God damn,
that's nuts, man. Pusha T.
We
need that. All right,
lads. There's another one.
Take it easy.